Welcome back to Booze and Rocks, where we make cocktails for everyone. My name is David Edwards, and today we're going to make you a strawberry sour. Let's get into it. It's great to have every single one of you back here, my friends. We are making a strawberry sour. Now, when you think about a strawberry sour, you think about gin, vodka, whiskey. However, you don't necessarily think about these specific ingredients. Now, this recipe was created by David Hawksworth from the Hawksworth restaurant in Victoria, British Columbia, and I have never tried it. When I looked at the recipe, it was interesting in not only its ingredients, but in its ratios. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick specifically to the recipe and see how it turns out for us. The first thing you need is your shaking glass. The next thing you need is your first of your spirits, which in this case, we're using Amontillado Sherry. Oh, and it smells so good. And we're gonna use 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. Now, looking at the picture that was originally put up there, it was a very red cocktail, so I'm curious if we'll get that red. We also need some Cynar, and we're gonna use 1/2 ounce or 15 milliliters. And I really like the artichoke goodness and the bitterness that you get out of the Cynar. And this is where I start to wonder how these ratios are actually going to work out. The next thing that we need is a little bit of syrup. Now, we're using a homemade strawberry syrup where we use equal parts of sugar, water, and strawberries. What you do is you dice the strawberries, throw them in with the water and the sugar, bring it up to just shy of a boil, let everything go clear, turn the heat down for a good 5 minutes, and let it simmer. That will naturally bleed the color and the flavor of the strawberry into the syrup. Then fine strain it, throw it in a bottle, put it in the fridge. You're good for about 7 to 14 days. If you want it to last longer, which I don't know why you would, because you're probably gonna pound through this, add 1/2 ounce of vodka and you'll be good for a good month. And we're gonna use 1/4 ounce or 7.5 milliliters. Next thing we need is the mighty lemon. So grab your knife, chop it in half, and we're gonna squeeze this to our heart's content. Now for this, we need 1.5 ounces or 45 milliliters. Okay, move this over here. And we need an egg white. Put that there. This is a sour, so at the end of the video, I will shoot the egg just for you, some 151, because you know what? We got to do that just for you. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to dry shake this really hard for a good 10 to 15 seconds. And we're going to do this to emulsify the egg white. All right, pop that open. And this will emulsify the egg and it'll actually build up the froth. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of ice, not a lot, just a little bit. And you want 2 or 3 good chunks of ice. And what this will do now is this will actually chill our cocktail down and it will actually give us a little bit more froth. So shake hard for a good 10 to 15 seconds. Let's pop that off. Oh yeah, this is gonna look really, really good. Now, grab your glass. In this case, I'm going to use a nice little rocks glass, and we're gonna add some fresh ice. And you don't need a lot for this, maybe 2 or 3 d. Look at that. Now, the other thing we are going to do is we're going to fine strain this. For a couple of reasons. A, we're gonna get rid of those little chunks of ice that might have broken off in there. It will also give our foam a nice, tighter, stronger consistency of foam. Well, that foam looks awesome, I must admit. It looks great. Now, normally, for the restaurant, we would garnish this with a strawberry and maybe a twist of lemon. So you know what? Let's not worry about that because all we care about is the drink right now. And I don't have any strawberries left after making the syrup. So, give it a bit of a smell. Well, it smells different, not quite what you would expect. You immediately get some of the sherry notes and some of that Cynar bitterness coming up. Ooh. very, very good. The Cynar and the sherry blend really, really well together. You get some of that lemon. You don't generally get any of the sweetness and the strawberry taste from the syrup. Let's try it again. Give it another try. I think there's too much lemon juice in this, personally for myself. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna put this off to the side here, and we're gonna grab this. What we're gonna do is add 3/4 of an ounce of our homemade. We'll go with the same 1 ounce of the brandy. Sorry, not brandy, the Lust Out Amontillado Sherry. We'll go with the 1/2 ounce of the Cynar. And then what we're going to do is squeeze, I don't know, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. All right, put that off to the side. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this fresh. Grab an egg white, because David can't remember what order he's doing things in. Darn it, I'll just have to shoot 2 egg yolks just for you. We'll try this again. Shake it hard. All right. And now, after you've cleaned your hands, grab a different glass, some fresh ice, very, very nice. Oh yeah, look at that. And we'll fine strain this again. Yeah, look at that. Looks really good. The color is very, very similar. Again, closer to an orange color. That's better, in my opinion. It's a little bit sweeter. The lemon juice is balanced a bit more. It balances the Cynar and the sherry a little bit better, in my opinion. Yeah, personally, that works better for me. So what I'd really, really like to do is have many of you try this and put in the comments down below what you think would be the best ratio level for this cocktail to give the best experience to everybody. I really, really like that. It just doesn't quite work for me. So what I will do is I will put the original ingredients and the method of how to make this down in the description down below. And if this is your first time to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification. That way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. And if you'd like to help support the channel, please check us out at patreon.com/booze-on-the-rocks, because every little bit helps to bring these videos to you. You have a great afternoon. How's that?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You brought this on yourself.
And yes, I did bring this on myself, saying I would shoot the egg yolk. However, I have 2 egg yolks here that I have to shoot now.
You made 2 cocktails.
Yeah, because I made 2 cocktails. And now I reach for the ubiquitous bottle of 151. Why do I do this to myself? Oh no!
Was that a bad idea?
Yeah, I'm stopping. Oh, fucking hell.